So if you the person with the vision, you the person that God put the vision in. God gave you precise measurements on how to build a thing. Now the problem with that is, He ain't never told you how long it's going to take you to build it. God just said, this is what I need you to build. You feel me? God just said, this is what I need you to build. And I'm going to give you precise measurements. That's why you can't go to sleep at night. That's what, because the thing on your mind, because God is not going to let you ignore Him. He's not going to let you ignore Him. So now your goal is, you got to go out now and build it. And you got to put, so now, what I always do is, I'll be like, God, listen, now, I need you to help me bring the people in here to help me build it. And that's what we talked about fruit earlier on the other side. God, I need you to help me to bring the people in to help me build it. I'm going to use my discernment, because I know you ain't going to specifically say this the person, but I need you to help, like point me in the right direction, right? And give me the discernment to put the right people in this business to build this art that you've given me the assignment to build. The reason why you're an entrepreneur, whoever you are, is because you have an assignment. But part of your assignment is also saying you got to bring in people who are not entrepreneurs, but they are really good at what they do. And you help them buy into the vision of the art that you're building. And y'all go do the thing that's need to be done. So that's how you should change societal norms. You change societal norms when God give you that. And so here's what you gotta ask yourself at. Watch this, y'all. There's some people that want to be entrepreneurs just because they don't want to go to work for nobody. But really, you a cold-blooded number two. You a struggling entrepreneur, but you a cold-blooded number two. And you so good at the number two, you can be a hybrid role where you can work at a spot where, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, some of y'all, and I'm not taking away nobody's dreams, but some of y'all really just want to be entrepreneurs because you don't want to go to work for nobody. But really and truly, you a cold-blooded number two. You really a Scottie Pippen. You really a Shaq. Or, watch this. You a cold-blooded 6-man. You really a cold-blooded Jamal Crawford. You really a cold-blooded Robert Ory. You really are that. But you keep saying, I don't want to work for nobody, so you trying to be a number two. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur because I don't like nobody telling me what to do. But really and truly, you thrive under that type of structure. Like I remember I took this test. You know what one of my greatest characteristics was? The test said, my flaw was, I don't like details. Right? Like, I don't like people telling me every step of the journey. Right? Like, I don't have an answer for that. Here's the goal, let's go get it. You don't gotta tell me every step of the way. But one of my greatest attributes was my ability to think under pressure. And the thing said, if a team is in a burning building, you are the person to get them out of the building. Because you have the courage and the mental fortitude, and you can think critically under pressure. I was like, damn, that's good. It was like on the other side, being at a meeting, trying to get all of the details, like you're going to get frustrated and flustered. I was like, damn, that's me. I'm definitely going to get flustered and frustrated in a meeting. So your team should not bring you small details because you don't care about that. But if you need to make a big decision, that's where you thrive at. I was like, damn, that's good. Here's one of my flaws. One of my flaws is you're willing to make an unlimited amount of mistakes to get the thing done. That's a flaw. It's a good thing, but it can hurt my business. So what does that mean? Go get the people you need to help you make better decisions. Because you'll go somewhere and you'll get a thing done, right? You're going to get it done. But you're willing to make the mistakes, which is good and bad. You're willing to make the mistakes until you figure the thing out to get it done. So as a visionary, right, and as a founder, you want to say, okay, you may beat your chest on it like, nigga, I'm going to go do it. But you got to say, hey, okay, so I need to hire people. So this let me know. This is why I got my director of operations. I need to hire people who love being in the details. Because I can have the vision and then go sit the vision on their desk and say, here's the start, here's the middle, here's the end. And then they go get the details. So you got to understand, what is your leadership style? Y'all ain't listening to me, man. Y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all ain't listening to me. Right? You struggling as an entrepreneur because you don't know your leadership style. You like to do big vision. And because you like big vision, when you got to get into the small details, you get flustered being on the internet, searching for stuff and finding stuff. And that ain't your strong point. So you got to go find somebody that once you give them the big vision, they on the squad like, bet, they going to geek out on the details. So my director of operations, Bernard, he geeks out on details. Like he'll be, and he come back 2 days later, hey, check this out. I'll be like, damn, dog, that would have took me 6 weeks. And I wouldn't even got further, right? Because I would have did this don't work down. I'm like, damn, that ain't my leadership style. But I'm willing to go pick up trash on a Saturday while everybody at home. I'm willing to pick up trash around the building. I'm willing to stay up till 2, 3 at night, figuring out how we get there. Okay, the boat need to go this way. If we take this direction, this mapping out is my thing though. Like to map out how we gonna get there, I'm good at that. But the small details, that ain't my strong point. So what you gotta do as a CEO, as a founder, what you gotta do as a founder until you graduate to CEO is say, hey, how do I get people in a place to help me all my blind spot with stuff that I'm weak at? The things that I'm really weak at. So now, let me talk to my founders right quick. Your biggest problem is you don't like saying you weak in certain areas. Yep. Your biggest issue as a founder, you keep saying, I'm going to figure it out. You don't like saying where you weak at. And because you don't like saying where you weak at, you can't put the right people in place to help you. So you rather die on the island by yourself because you stubborn and you keep saying, I'm going to handle this on my own. I'm going to figure it out. I figured it out all the other times. Ain't nobody had me. Ain't nobody helped me do this. Ain't nobody helped me do this. I'm going to figure this out. I got my own back. That's your biggest problem as a founder. You keep relying on you and you're going to die on that island. And you're going to kill that purpose right along with you. You're going to die on that island and you're going to kill that purpose right along with you because you too stubborn. Too stubborn. You too stubborn. You too stubborn. And your next biggest issue is you don't trust nobody. You think everybody gonna rob you. You think everybody gonna try to take your business away from you, not realizing they got people that really want to help you build. They got, watch this, they literally got them. So we talked about God putting the vision in you. God also created people to help you. There are people in this world designed to help you. Let me go further. There's people in this world specifically designed to help you build the thing that God put in you to build. But because you got them trust issues, because you think everybody gonna steal your money, because you think everybody gonna steal your idea, because you think everybody gonna try to be an entrepreneur and take your ideas and because you think that, you gonna die on that island by yourself with that idea. And that idea gonna always struggle, and you ain't gonna never challenge societal norms. And you're gonna keep having to start over every time because you don't trust nobody. You think everybody's trying to steal your ideas. You think you know it all. You don't want to say where you weak at. So now you just walking around full of potential that won't get used. That's what you got going on right now. That's what you got going on right now. You don't want to be a vulnerable founder. You don't want to be, you scared of vulnerability. You scared to tell the people, you scared to even when you bring somebody in, you scared to tell somebody they doing a really good job. You scared to bring in people that's smarter than you. You scared to trust. So now you just got a great idea that God done put inside you, and you gonna die with it. You gonna die with it. And now you just a seed full of potential that will never come to birth. That will never be blossomed into the earth. No. Because you don't want to let people help you build a thing. And you keep comparing yourself to people when the people you comparing yourself to got a whole team full of people that they letting help them build the thing. But you now you harboring hate inside your heart for people that really killing it out here because you mad that your idea better than their idea. And you saying stuff like, well, they just doing this, or they just doing, it ain't really that special. But they got a team of people that they trust to help them build a thing, and you a one-man army. And you think you can go to war like that. You think you can go to war like that. I hope I help somebody. I hope I help somebody. I'm finishing my workout. I hope I help somebody get over that thing.